What's up everyone, this is Brad from Brickstar and today I am reviewing LEGO 76213 King Namor's Throne Room. So this is 7+, contains 355 pieces, 3 minifigures, and it released on the 1st of October 2022 and retired on the 31st of December 2023, and it originally retailed for $29.99 in the UK, $34.99 in the US, and $34.99 in Europe. Now, this set I was able to get on offer actually at lego.com, so I was really happy with that. I think I got it for $17.99 or something like that, which was really, really great. You always love to see offers from LEGO. So I thought I had to snatch this up, and I got this set. And I am actually excited to have this set. It's the first of the Black Panther Wakanda Forever sets I've got, but I did actually get it in a bundle with another one of them. So I've only got one left to get from that line. But of course, it is on my journey to collecting every set based on the MCU, so I am really happy to have this set. I didn't really want to buy it when it was $29.99, if I'm honest, because it doesn't look, from the pictures and from, you know, what I've seen of the set, it doesn't look to be like worth £30, so I was glad to get it at $17.99. But I don't know, let's get into the set and see. So first of all, this is the box art. I do like that you've got sort of the characters on the front here. M'Baku, Nakia, Okoye and Shuri, and then of course you've got the set on the front. And if I just turn the set around, you can see on the back sort of all the play features that you can do with the set. If you are someone that plays with the set, of course this is based off an actual scene in the film, and I do really love what LEGO are doing at the moment, which is they are actually Legoizing all the characters that they put on the front graphics. They have got Nakia, M'Baku, Okoye and Shuri all Legoized here as well, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to get into the review for the set, starting off with the minifigures. First up for the minifigures, we have Shuri, and I really, really like this minifigure. I think the printing on it is really, really great. I mean, look, if you see the printing here on the legs and on the feet as well, which is really, really awesome, and that's really some detail printing as well. There you've got some white, some yellow and purple, which is a really, really awesome feature. You know, Marvel didn't have to go to those lengths, but they did, which is really awesome. I also do, again, as I said, like the printing on the legs and on the torso. It kind of all matches up, so the entire suit just feels really filled out, and I really love when Marvel do that. And, you know, when they make the suit feel filled out, it just makes the minifigure feel a lot more authentic and natural. I love this hairpiece as well. This hairpiece, I believe, is fairly new. It could be new for this set. I really can't remember at this point. I believe it's fairly new, but this hairpiece is so good for Shuri. I think it fits her really, really well. I'm loving sort of the new hairpieces they're doing for sort of different cultures and stuff. I think it's really great from LEGO to do that. This facial expression is her happy one. I do believe she has two, as LEGO usually do give the Marvel characters two facial expressions. It's usually a happy one and usually a fighting one, but if I just turn her around, there's no side printing, but I'm not really bothered by that as there is so much printing on the front. And then we do have torso printing on the back as well, which again just makes the suit a bit more fleshed out. And if I just take off the hairpiece, you can see there, also she doesn't have a fighting one, she actually just has two happy ones. So she has a smiling facial expression, and then she does also have the other facial expression there, which is sort of a more glowing smile, if you will, there as well. Shuri also comes with two of her blasters, which are just like this. So they are just these sort of, I don't really know what these pieces are called. They've been using them for Shuri for quite a while, and then they just come with a 1x1 blue stud as well. If it ever wants to focus, it never wants to focus on these things. But yeah, it does come with a 1x1 blue stud as well. And they just pop onto Shuri's hand like so. So they have just a piece underneath that can pop on. It never wants to focus, there we go. And these just go on like so. Usually it's fairly easy, but I know it's going to be difficult there. No, there we go. It's gone on. Yeah, so they can just go on like so, and you can sort of have her blasting her enemies. Although, as we know, she does end up being the Black Panther, so these aren't entirely accurate, although she does still use her own sort of weapons. So yeah, this is a really cool minifigure. I really, really like this one. Up next for the minifigures, we have Atuma. Now, Atuma is one of King Namor's sort of, I want to say henchman, but it's not a henchman. One of the people that lives in the sea with King Namor. I really love this minifigure. The detail on this minifigure is insane. Like, Marvel really went out for these Black Panther Wakanda Forever sets, which is, you know, I really, really do appreciate. I mean, the printing here on the torso is just so detailed. You can see the little dots there of the marks to sort of create the skin texture, which is a really cool detail, and sort of the markings as well to show sort of the structure of the body. This is a crazy cool print here of sort of the cultural sort of clothing that they wear, And it does also go all the way down from the torso onto the legs as well, the leg printing. No feet printing, but I'm absolutely fine with that, as I do believe that they are bare feet, or somewhat so anyway. And the printing on this is just phenomenal in itself. Like, it's just a crazy amount of colours and blends, and it really works well. I love the colour they use for the minifigure as well. I do think it matches the character from the film, like this sort of turquoisey blue. And what an awesome headpiece they give it as well. Like, this is an awesome headpiece. If I just bend him down a bit, you can see the headpiece in all its glory, which is just a crazy, I believe this is a brand new mold for the character, and it's just amazing. You'll see as I turn it around how great it actually is all the way around, but a great headpiece. And what I love about this minifigure as well is they have actually still given him two facial expressions, which is really cool. So this is sort of an angry one here, and if I just turn the minifigure around, you can also see there is no side printing, but you can see that the headpiece here is actually as well dual molded. It's two colors as well. You've got sort of this light blue, sort of dark grayish with the light gray, which I think is just really awesome that they went ahead and did that. They didn't have to do that. And if I just turn him around, you can see here that there is also printing on the back torso, which again is just so detailed. Again, you've got these little dots, sort of the skin texture, and it just makes the character feel so more authentic. And I really feel they've gone all out for the minifigures in this. I really don't have any issues with the minifigures in this set. And if I just turn around, so you can see the other facial expression. There we go. So the other facial expression is more of a sort of a, I wouldn't say a bored facial expression. I'm not really sure what you'd class that. It's sort of it's not a happy one anyway. It's a bit of an angry, but you know, not too angry expression. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, this minifigure is just really, really good. Like, I think this is so worth the money for this set. Like, these minifigures, it's not exclusive. None of these minifigures are exclusive, but they're kind of exclusive to the line, if that makes sense. So they're only in the Black Panther line. And this character Atuma also does come with a sphere, which is your standard Lego sphere. It is sort of a chromey silver sphere, but if you can just pop it on like so, and then he can sort of be holding his sphere there as well, which is really, really cool. That, I mean, this minifigure in itself is just like the coolest minifigure I think that Marvel has had for a while. But yeah, I really, really love this minifigure. And on to the final minifigure of this set, we of course have the villain himself, King Namor. And this minifigure, I have one reservation about it, but mostly I do really, really like it. I think, again, I don't want to just keep going over it, but the detail is really amazing. Like, again, they didn't have to do this. I mean, obviously the torso printing is great. Again, you've got the sort of the cultural clothing here, and the let's call them pants there. This one does have side printing, which is nice on the legs as well. So you can see sort of his wings coming off the legs. Of course, if you remember back to the film, he does have wings sort of that, as he is basically a mutant. My one sort of grievance with this minifigure is that instead of the printing, I kind of would have preferred sort of something like, maybe they could have had wings that you kind of attach to the feet. They would be created that way, in sort of an actual 3D way, rather than being printed. But you know, it's not too much of a grievance, if I'm honest. And you can also see there is printing as well up here, just completing the, if I just move the arm up, you can see it's just completing the pants all the way around, which is a cool detail as well. If I turn him around as well, he has got the torso printing, the back torso printing, which is pretty similar to the other side, except the belt continues coming around here. And it's just a really, really cool print. I really love this minifigure. And again, the side printing on the legs is the exact same on the other side. I really love this hairpiece as well. This hairpiece is really, really cool. I do believe it was specifically molded for Namor, which is a really cool thing. It's not an exclusive, again, but still to have exclusive parts is really nice. Of course, you can see if you turn it around the sideways, it's got these ears. I feel like they could use this for maybe a Lord of the Rings set as well. They could use this for sort of the Lord of the Rings minifigures, which would be really useful that they've got this. But I love the different shades of colours. You've got the sort of cyan and the skin colour there. And sort of the way the hair sort of waves. I just think it's a really, really great hairpiece for him. It really works really well. The skin color works really well as well. I think they've got the tone pretty darn correct. And he does have a second facial expression as well. So he's got this sort of smirk, if you will, I would say there. And then he does have the angry face as well. So they seem to have diverted for this set from sort of the fighting and the happy facial expressions, which a lot of the Marvel characters get. It's sort of been a smirk and an angry facial expression there. But overall, this is just a really great minifigure. I think having this minifigure, I'm really glad to have this one in my collection. Like, I really enjoy this minifigure a lot. And he does also as well come with his own weapon, which is sort of a mini build. So you get sort of a lightsaber piece, you get sort of a rod, a lightsaber piece, and just one of these sort of spiky pieces. And these all come together to create his weapon as well, which is meant to be sort of a golden sort of stick thingy. I don't really know what it's called. But yeah, that sticks on there easy as well. So you can have him sort of posing with his weapon there, which is really awesome. Moving on to the set itself, there are actually two parts of the set, so I'm going to sort of do it individually. So I'm just going to move this one out of the way for now, as that is sort of the bigger part, and we are just going to look at this. I believe this is from when Shuri goes underwater. Or is it Shuri, or is it... Actually, no, Nakia goes underwater. Nakia actually uses this, so this is actually kind of an inaccurate piece of the set, if we're being honest. I mean, maybe Shuri does use it. I can't remember. I just remember Nakia specifically using this, but this is one of those underwater sort of submarine-y things that can sort of, they go in. Anyway, I like this piece. I think it's, I think for the size, they've done it really well. Like, they've really made this look great. I mean, there is a sticker piece here at the front, just adding a bit more of the detail to it. There are two blasters. I'm not going to shoot them. Everyone knows what happens with these blasters. So this, again, can be used for playability. I mean, I love the mix of colours all around, sort of the watery colours as well. Obviously, you've got like the cylinder piece here creating the water. Underneath, you've got just another bit here, adding that bit more detail for the water. I do like as well, you sort of got the purple colours here as well, just blending in. And I like that the whole ship is sort of all the way around, underneath, on top, etc. It is all sort of, well... it is all completed. Sometimes you get ships that underneath, especially Star Wars, they love doing it with Star Wars, where underneath it's just not completed at all. But this is fully complete. It is a very small ship. It probably looks bigger on the video, but it's actually a lot smaller than it looks. But I really like it for what it is. There is another sticker up the top here as well. And I just like how they've done the shaping as well. They've sort of really used these arch pieces to create the shaping, and then they've used the arch pieces on the side as well, just to give it that bit of unique shape. And there is another sticker here as well. And these bits are really awesome. So it's actually kind of cool that these aren't transparent pieces. These are actually sort of dark grayish. They've got a dark grey tint to them. And each three of these pieces lift up. So this one lifts up this side, this one lifts up this side, and this one lifts up this side. And that is a really cool feature, I feel. And what you can do, what it's actually designed to do, is if you look inside, it does actually have this piece here, which has the separation for the minifigure's legs. And what it's designed to do is you can grab your minifigure and you can sort of lift up their arms and pop them in like so. And then you can lower the, if you lift up the arms as far as possible, you can push the minifigure down, and then you can lower that in, and you can cross those two. And then you have Shuri sort of driving the machine down into the bottom of the ocean, which is a really cool feature that the minifigure fits in there. Obviously, there's not that much space, but it does fit. You could essentially fit any of the minifigures. You couldn't fit a Tuma with the headpiece, of course, but this is a really cool feature, which I really like. So overall, this part of the set is really awesome, and yeah, I think this is a great addition to the set. And moving on to the final piece of the set, and again, I do really love this piece. I think, all in all, for the money, this set is great. I think this is a really awesome. This is from the part of the scene where Namor is basically sitting, guiding his people of what they're going to do next to defeat, obviously, Black Panther. And I think they've represented it really well. I think this is really cool. If you actually see here, this is actually meant to be a giant jaw of some sort of animal. I believe it's meant to be like a tiger or something that's been from the ocean. And I think they've done this really well. They've used obviously the teeth pieces they've used here, and it works all the way around. If you just see, it goes all the way around, and they've sort of used them all the way up to here. I think that's a really cool idea. I love that all the stickers here, you can see all the stickers that are just sort of using the symbols from the sea, which just again adds a bit more, sort of makes it feel like it's from the film, from the culture. Again, I just love these little details that Lego do really make a set for me, really. That's what I'm trying to say. They just make a set for me, because when they add the pieces, you know, of course I like to recreate the films and stuff. It just makes it feel a bit more authentic. I love the fish on each side, the fish. So this is actually how they show you to design it, where they sort of have one flying that way, not flying, swimming that way. Yeah, I love the fish, the little details, and I love sort of the darker blue. So they've given us a darker blue than sort of on Shuri's ship, as it's sort of meant to be deep in the ocean. I think that's a cool little addition, as it's so a lot deeper in the ocean. So of course the sea is a different color. I love the seaweed. The seaweed as well is nice. It's kind of symmetrical in a weird way. So you've kind of got one of these pieces here. On this side at the back, and then you've got this one on the side, and then again you've got this one on the side, but this one at the front this time. But I don't really care. It makes it look a bit different. It makes it look unique. I like that they've used again the tooth pieces as a sort of a hornish sort of thing, and this also does move slightly up and down. It doesn't move that much up and down, but you can see it does move a bit up and down. I don't think it's designed to move that much up and down, if I'm honest. Like, I think it's meant to stay here on the back, but you can move it up and down if you want. There's not really much playability to this part of the set, if I'm honest. There is 4 studs on the top, so you can have your minifigure sit. I don't know why they couldn't have had it. I mean, I know in the film, that piece has just fallen. I know in the film that only Namor really sits here, but it maybe would have been nice to have maybe one more set of studs, just so you can have them in different positions and stuff as well. I do like that at the back here, they have actually used, if you can just see, they've actually used the greater pieces. So they've used dark red greater pieces to create sort of a shine, which I think was a really, really cool idea. And if you turn it around, it is fully completed, but of course on the back it's a bit more plain. You can't really, there isn't much to it. This piece though, this piece is actually a playable feature. So this is actually, if you just open it up, what does it do? There we go. If you open that piece up, you can actually pull this out. And this contains all of the gems that Namor has collected throughout his time in the ocean, which is a really, really cool playable feature. It's kind of like, it just slits in right in that hole there. And you can just slide this in like so. I did have difficulty at some point sliding it in. There we go. It went in really easy that time. And then you just fold that across like that. And I do believe it actually shoots out. It does also shoot out this gold piece at the front here, so there is a bit of playability to it. I don't know if it's going to do it. It does shoot it out, there you go. So you have to push it in a lot further, and it does shoot it out eventually. It doesn't very well, if I'm honest. It does not shoot it out very well, but it does shoot it out. There you go, you saw it there. Albeit rather slowly, but it does shoot it out, there you go. And then you just pop that gold piece back in the front like so. But that is a really cool feature. That is mainly all of the set. I mean, like I said, you can have your Namor sort of sitting on the top there, which is nice that we do have 4 studs, I guess, that he can fit entirely, and he can sort of be sitting there. There isn't really much space for anyone else. You can maybe have a tumor sort of, I don't know, maybe here or something. But again, there isn't really much space, but I guess in the film they would have sort of all been here. But yeah, you can create your own little scene there. You can sort of have Shuri coming in with her diving machine. I really don't know what the machine is called, I'm sorry guys, but yeah, there is a lot you can do here. There's a lot you can play with, and I think for the price, this is a really great set. Overall, that's my overall thoughts. I mean, for the price, it's a really great set. It looks great. It's a memorable moment from the film. Some great minifigures, albeit not exclusive, but the detail is just so good on the minifigures. So really, I cannot complain in the slightest, but yeah, overall, I really, really like this set. I think it's absolutely 100% worth the money. Like, there is no part of me that thinks this is not worth any bit of the money that I spent on this. But yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed this set. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you guys think. Do you like this set? Do you have this set? Do you think it's overpriced, underpriced? Please let me know, and please like, comment, subscribe. It all helps. But again, I'm just doing this channel to share my love of LEGO with fellow LEGO fans and lovers. But yeah, I will see you all on the next video.